Shalom. The grace and peace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you. I would like to share with you through this video a good news. It's about pilgrimage. This is a video about the pilgrimage that I am organizing to the Holy Land, Rome and Assisi. Just 13 days from October 2 to October 14, 2023. If you are thinking about going on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, Rome and Assisi, then this video is for you. One of the common questions that people ask me is, what is the last day to book for the pilgrimage? The last day to register is March of 2023, but you have to understand that if we do not have enough people registered for the pilgrimage before December of 2022, then the pilgrimage will be cancelled. So do not wait until the last minute to register. To register now, you need to pay just $500 as initial payment. But if you register by January, then you have to pay $1,249 and $500 as an initial payment. If you plan to register in the month of March 2023, then it is $500 plus $1,249 plus $1,000 as an initial payment, totally $2,749. It is advisable and prudential to register immediately, at least before the month of December or as soon as possible. Let's now go on a virtual tour to the Holy Land.
The process of gathering spiritual light is the quest of a lifetime. And as we become more holy, we will overcome disbelief, and our souls will be filled with the blessed light. And as we align our lives with this supernal light, it leads us out of darkness and toward a greater light. Ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart. For what we love determines what we seek. What we seek determines what we think and do. What we think and do determines who we are and who we will become.
I'm not certain just what our experience will be on Judgment Day. But I will be very surprised if at some point in that conversation, God does not ask us exactly what Christ asked Peter. Did you love me? In this world, everyone is to walk by faith. Did you, like they, think the cross and the nails and the tomb were the end of it all, and each could blissfully go back to being whatever you were before? Children, did not my life and my love touch your hearts more deeply than this?
No, God does not need us to love him, but
So, day by day itinerary. So, day 1, we will leave from Salt Lake City to Tel Aviv. In arrival, day 2 in the Holy Land. Upon arrival in Tel Aviv, we will be greeted by a Holy Land Travel Center representatives and tour guide who will be accompanying us during the pilgrimage. We will immediately transfer to a hotel in Bethlehem. Overnight, we will stay in Bethlehem with dinner. And day 3, Bethlehem, Ein Karim, Church of Visitation, Shepherd's Fields, Church of the Nativity. We will see all these places. And day 4, Haifa, Stella Maris, Nazareth, Cana. After breakfast, we will depart for Haifa. Here we will visit Stella Maris, a Carmelite monastery with a Madonna of Mount Carmel. Next, we stop at Baha'i Gardens, which includes a staircase of 19 terraces, extending all the way up the northern slope of Mount Carmel. We continue to Nazareth and Basilica of Annunciation, where we will celebrate Mass. We enjoy a visit to St. Joseph's Carpentry Shop before we continue Cana, where couples will have the opportunity to renew wedding vows. If you come as a couple, then you can renew your wedding vows in Cana, the first miracle of Jesus in the wedding at Cana. We continue to Tiberias, where we check into a hotel before dinner, and overnight we will stay in Tiberias, breakfast and dinner. And day 5, the ministry of Christ in the Galilee. Tiberias, boat ride on Sea of Galilee, Capernaum, Mount Beatitudes, Magdala Center. All these places we will see. Some of today's highlights are a boat ride across the Sea of Galilee to Capernaum to see the synagogue and St. Peter's house, a visit to the Mount of the Beatitudes where the Sermon on the Mount was given, to Tagba to see the splendid mosaic about the miracle of the loaves and fishes, and to the nearby church of Peter's primacy where Peter was told, "Feed my lambs, feed my sheep." There will be an unforgettable Mass near the shores of the Sea of Galilee at the primacy or in Mount Beatitudes. Next we head Magdala Center, the village of Mary Magdalene, where we visit the newly built church on site and the newly excavated ruins. Day 6, Galilee, Mount Tabor, Jericho, Dead Sea and Bethany. This morning we head to Mount Tabor, the site of the Transfiguration, where we celebrate Mass. Continue to the river Jordan, where we remember Christ's baptism. Afterwards, we proceed to the oasis town of Jericho, visit the excavations of the oldest city in the world, and view Mount Temptation, where Jesus fasted and was tempted by Satan. On the way back, there is a time for a swim, or rather a float, in Dead Sea, in the mineral-rich waters of the Dead Sea. Continue to Bethlehem for dinner and overnight. Day 7, Jerusalem, the Passion of Jesus' Last Hours, Mount Olives, Palm Sunday, Dominus Flevit, Gethsemane, Cave of Assumption, Last Supper, David's Tomb, Pater Noster, Palace of Caiaphas. We begin our day with a visit to the Mount of Olives where Jesus prayed, continue to the Chapel of Ascension where Jesus ascended into heaven. Next, we visit the Church of Pater Noster where Jesus taught the disciples the Lord's Prayer. Next, we walk the Palm Sunday road, stopping at Dominus Flevit, where Jesus wept over Jerusalem. Then to Gethsemane, the rock of agony, where Jesus prayed his last prayer before his arrest. Next, we head to Mount Zion, visiting the Cave of Assumption of Mary to heaven. We visit the room of the Last Supper, King David's tomb, and the Church of St. Peter, Gallicantu. Day 8, the Way of the Cross, Via Dolorosa, St. Anne's Church, Ecce Homo, Church of the Holy Sepulchre, Notre Dame Center. After breakfast, we head to Jerusalem and start our visit with St. Anne's Church, the traditional birthplace of the Virgin Mary. Continue to view the Sisters of Zion, Ecce Homo, where Pilate proclaimed, "Behold the man." Next, we retrace the last steps of Jesus as we walk along Via Dolorosa, Way of Sorrow. We will also be praying the Stations of the Cross at each station shrine. We reflect on the greatness of his sacrifice. Finally, we arrive at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre for Mass. We visit the Notre Dame Center in Vatican property, where we visit the Museum of the Shroud of the Man, 3-dimension replica of the Shroud of Jesus. Dinner and overnight at our hotel. Day 9, Tel Aviv. We leave Tel Aviv and we fly to Rome. Day 10 will be in Rome, Vatican City. We will have papal audience, Basilica of St. Mary Major, Basilica of St. John. Day 11, day excursion to Assisi, Basilica of Santa Maria degli Angeli Chapel of Transitus, Basilica of St. Francis, Basilica of St. Clare. Day 12, Basilica of St. Peter, Vatican Museums. And day 13, we will come back home. This is the short video presentation about our pilgrimage. If you are willing to join with us, go to the link that I have put in the YouTube channel and you can register. Have a great day.